meron ulit tayong example dito for implicit differentiation. Given that our equation is x cubed minus xy plus y minus 3x squared minus 10 equals 0, we were asked to find the y double prime. Now, in order to find the y double prime, or simply the second derivative, you need to differentiate the first derivative. So we have to determine what is the first derivative of this equation. Okay? So, differentiate ko lang. This will become 3x squared minus, di ba, uv, magiging udv plus vdu lang po ito. So, x times derivative of y is 1. Tapos, derivative ko yung y, so lagyan ko ng y prime. Okay? Plus v, which is y, times derivative of x, which is 1. Plus y, derivative ng y is y prime, minus derivative ng 3x squared is 6x, equal to 0. Kasi po, 10 and 0 are just both constant, therefore, their derivative is just 0. Okay, so this will become 3x squared minus xy prime minus y plus y prime minus 6x equal to 0. And then, pagsamahin ko yung like terms. So, meron ako ditong xy prime minus y equal to 3x squared minus y minus 6x. Ito, dinala ko lang doon, then pinagbaligtad ko lang sila ng tayo. Sorry, this is y prime. Then, factor out ko si y prime. I have now y prime quantity x minus 1 equal to 3x squared minus y minus 6x. So, paano ko makukuha si y prime? E di hilahin ko ito pababa papunta doon. So, y prime is equal to 3x squared minus y minus 6x all over x minus 1. So, meron na po akong y prime or my first derivative. And in order to get the y double prime, i-differentiate ko lang po ito. Now guys, observe. Diba meron tayong quotient? Meron tayong u over v. And to get y double prime, that is simply v du minus u dv all over v squared. So we have to determine these parameters. So first guys, u is equal to 3x squared minus y minus 6x. If you want to get the derivative of u, edi differentiate ko lang to. This will become 6x minus y prime minus 6. Observe natin guys, yung du natin. 6x minus y prime minus 6. So kung titingnan nyo, pag nire-arrange ko to, di ba equal lang to sa 6x minus 6 minus y prime minus y prime. But what is y prime guys? Diba ito? So palitan ko si y prime nito po. So this is equal to 6x minus 6 minus 3x squared minus y minus 6x all over x minus 1. And then, paano ko isi-simplify ito? I-multiply ko lang si x minus 1 dito, tsaka dito. So this is equal to 6x, x minus 1, minus 6 times x minus 1, minus 3x squared minus y minus 6x, all over x minus 1. Okay? Medyo mahaba-haba po yung sa du. So, continue. Du is equal to 6x times 6x minus 1, that is equal to 6x squared minus 6x. Then, negative 6x minus 6x. Negative 6 times negative 1, that is positive 6. And then dito, i-distribute ko lang yung negative sign. So, that is negative 3x squared plus y plus 6x all over x minus 1. Okay? Then, simplify natin. 6x squared minus 3x squared, that is 3x squared. Negative 6x minus 6x plus 6x, so negative 12 plus 6, that is negative 6x. And then plus 6 plus y all over x minus 1. So, du pa lang po yan. And then, your v is equal to x minus 1. So, to get dv, differentiate ko lang to. Derivative nito, 1 lang po. Okay? Maikli naman yung sa dv. And then, kailangan ko ng v squared, edi square ko to. V squared is equal to x minus 1 squared. Hindi ko na po i-expand. Okay? So, rearrange ko lang. Set up ko. This is v du minus u dv all over v squared. Okay? So, this is equal to v, which is x minus 1, du, ito po si du, 3x squared minus 6x plus 6 plus y all over x minus 1 minus u, which is 3x squared minus 6x minus y times du, which is 1, all over v squared, which is x minus 1 squared. Kung titingnan nyo po, makakancel lang ito, tsaka ito. At ang matitira na lang ay 3x squared minus 6x plus 6 plus y. Then distribute ko yung negative sign, minus 3x squared plus 6x plus y all over x minus 1 squared. So, makakancel lang si 3x squared, pati si 6x, at ang matitira ka na lang ay 6 plus 2y. So, 6 plus 2y all over x minus 1 squared. Pwede ko pa itong isimplify ng konti kasi ang may common factor yung numerator natin. So, that's 2 quantity, 3 plus 2y all over x minus 1 squared. So, simplified na, I can see that my y double prime is equal to 2 quantity 2y plus 3 all over x minus 1 squared. And this is already our final answer. Kung na-observe nyo, medyo mahaba yung way, pero systematic naman. Kasi, kukuhain mo muna si y prime. Pag nakuha mo na si y prime, makukuha mo na si y double prime. So, ganun lang po. Basta nakita ka, pag nandun ka na sa way papuntang y double prime, pag may nakita kang y prime, pag nag-differentiate ka, palitan mo agad ng ganito. Tulad nung ginawa natin dito. Kaya medyo humaba yung du. So, it is as easy as that, guys. So, copy your notes. So, another example of finding the y double prime or the second derivative. Given that x squared plus y squared equals a squared, find the second derivative. So, yung a natin dito guys ay constant lang po. Okay, so kung i-differentiate ko to, this will become 2x plus 2y, y prime equal to 0. Kasi constant nga lang po yung a. So, this will become 2y, y prime equals negative 2x. Makakancel lang yung 2, and then y prime is equal to negative x over y. So, may y prime na ako. Okay? At kung i-observe ko yung y prime, meron ulit akong quotient. So, that's u over v. So, v du minus u dv lang po ulit para makuha ko yung y double prime. So, y double prime is equal to v du minus u dv all over v squared. Okay? So, your u is negative x. Du is negative 1. Your v is y. dv is 1 times y prime or simply y prime. And square ko siya, v squared is just equal to y squared. Okay? So, v is y times negative 1 minus negative x times y prime. Okay? And then, all over y squared. Pero kung titingnan mo, meron ka ditong y prime, di ba? Pero ano ba si y prime? Di ba ito po yun? So, palitan natin si y prime nito. So, this will become negative y minus negative x all over negative x over y all over y squared. So, negative y minus x squared over y all over y squared. Okay, kung isi-simplify ko pa to, ang makukuha ko is negative y squared minus x squared all over y squared. Or simply, this is equal to negative y squared minus x squared all over y cubed. Na-multiply lang po doon. So, y double prime is equal to negative y squared minus x squared all over y cubed. Try kong i-factor out yung negative dito. So, that's negative x squared plus y squared all over y cubed. Okay? Di ba itong x squared plus y squared ay a squared? So, paltan ko ng a squared yon. And y cubed to, di ba? So, humanap ako ng y. Mula din doon, y squared is equal to a squared minus x squared. Extra ko yung roots both side. Y is equal to plus minus square root of a squared minus x squared. Okay? So, kung y cube to, dapat gawin ko tong y cube. So, this is equals to plus minus a squared minus x squared raised to 3. Or pwede kong gawin ganito. Okay, properties po yan ng radicals. So, palitan ko na to ng mga a. So, y double prime is equal to negative a squared plus minus square root of a squared minus x squared raised to 3. May negative doon and then meron ka ditong plus minus. Pag nagsisimplify ng ganyan, kung negative yon, mag-flip lang to. Paano yung sinasabi ko mag-flip? Magiging minus plus a squared all over a squared minus x squared over 3. So, ganyan lang po. May negative tapos may plus minus ka dito. Kapag gusto mo yung i-simplify, i-flip mo lang. Negative, minus, plus. Ganun lang po. Although medyo confusing sa part na nalipat natin ng mga A, yung ganitong sagot pwede na po actually. Kaya lang sa ibang books, ginagawa pa nila in terms of A. Pero maali naman tatama at tatama din po yun. Okay? So, copy your notes. Okay guys, so let us have our third and last example. What we have here is x raised to 1/2 plus y raised to 1/2 equals a raised to 1/2. We were asked to find the y double prime or simply the second derivative. So again, we need to find first the y prime or the first derivative. So kung differentiate ko to, power rule, yung bababa lang yung exponent, so that's 1/2 x raised to negative 1/2 kasi 1/2 minus 1 plus 1/2 y raised to negative 1/2. Pero dinifferentiate mo ang y, so lagyan mo ng y prime equal to 0 kasi here a is just constant. So, para maging positive yung exponent, dalhin ko sa baba. So, that will become 1 over 2 x raised to 1 half plus 1 over 2 y raised to 1 half times y prime equal to 0. And then, dalhin ko to sa kabilang side. So, y prime quantity 1 over 2 y raised to 1 half equal to 1 over 2 x raised to 1 half. Okay? Since parehas nasa baba yung 2, pwede ko na pong cancelin. And then, para makuha ko or ma-extra ko si y prime, i-multiply ko yun doon. Okay? So, y prime is equal to y raised to 1 half all over x. Sorry. Dinala nga pala natin sa kabilang side. So, dapat may negative dito. So, negative y raised to 1 half all over x raised to 1 half. Okay, in order to get the y double prime, let us observe the y prime first. You have a quotient. You have u over v. So, in order to find y double prime, that is equal to v du minus u dv all over v squared. So, this is u, this is v. Okay? So, u is negative y raised to 1 half, du is equal to negative 1 half, y raised to negative 1 half. Tapos, in-differentiate mo, lagyan mo ng y prime. Okay, this will become negative 1 over 2 y raised to 1 half. Pero guys, this is y prime. Eh, alin ba yung y prime? Diba ito yun? So, ipasok mo to dito. So, this is equal to negative y raised to 1 half all over x raised to 1 half. Okay? Makikita mo, makakancel lang po ito, tsaka ito. And then, negative 1 times negative is positive. So, ang matitirang du natin is positive 1 over 2 x raised to 1 half. Then, v. Your v is equal to x raised to 1 half. Your dv is equal to 1 half x raised to negative 1 half. Or simply, your dv is equal to 1 over 2 x raised to 1 half. Okay? And then, kung i-square ko to, v squared is equal to x. Kasi 1 half times 2 is 1. So, set up ko na si y double prime. V is x raised to 1 half times du, which is 1 over 2x raised to 1 half, minus u, which is negative y raised to 1 half, v du minus u dv, which is 1 over 2x raised to 1 half, all over x squared, all over v squared, which is x. So, kung makikita nyo, x raised to 1 half times 1 over 2 times x raised to 1 half, makakancel lang. Okay, so meron tayo ditong 1 half minus tapos negative, edi plus na ngayon, y raised to 1 half all over 2x raised to 1 half all over x. Okay? So, kung isi-simplify ko to, ay wait lang muna pala. Di ba itong over x na to, pwedeng tanggalin ko na yung over dito para hindi nakakalito. Mag-multiply na lang ako dito ng 1 over x kasi the same lang din po iyon. Okay? So, kung isi-simplify ko to, kopyahin ko to, 2, kopyahin ko din to. Okay? Kinuha ko yung product ng dalawang denominators. So, 1 times 2x raised to 1 half, parang kinross multiply ko, plus 2y raised to 1 half, times 1 over x. Ito pa, huwag nyo kakalimutan. So, factor out ko yung 2. 2 quantity x raised to 1 half plus y raised to 1 half, all over 2 times 2, x times x raised to 1 half times x. Same base? Yes. And then, copy the base and add the exponent. So, 1 half plus 1 is just 3 halves. Maka-cancel. And then guys, tingnan nyo, x raised to 1 half plus y raised to 1 half. Di ba? A raised to 1 half lang yon. So, paltan ko nun. So, meron tayong a raised to 1 half all over 2x raised to 3 halves. And yan na po ang ating y double prime. Okay? Actually, walang masyadong papakaisipin ditong formulas kasi supposedly yung gagamitin nyo lang din dito is yung differentiation formulas na binigay ko sa inyo sa mga previous na videos. And yung kailangan talaga malakas dito is algebraic manipulation. So, you should be good with that. Okay? So, copy your notes.